مرحبا بكم في عالم آخر بودكاسة الجغرافيا. موضوع اليوم جنوب غرب آسيا وشمال أفريقيا.
مرحبا.
Welcome to another World Geography podcast. Today's topic, North Africa and Southwest Asia, also known as SWANA.
The Mediterranean Sea is the largest sea in the world. It is an important trade route in the region. It is connected to the Red Sea by the Suez Canal. Suez Canal connects the Mediterranean and Red Seas. It is a vital part of region's international trade since this region is the crossroads of three continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia. It enhances shipping routes in the region.
Istanbul is a site city, the only city that spans two continents, Europe and Asia. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. It flows south to north. The Aswan High Dam was built on the Nile River to prevent seasonal flooding.
The Aswan High Dam was built on the Nile River and it produces hydroelectric power, allows for irrigation projects that increase arable land for Egyptian farmers. There is a problem, however, it decreases soil fertility.
Persian or Arabian Gulf. Most oil leaving this region goes through here, connected to the
It is the saltiest body of water on Earth, as well as the lowest point of land on the surface of Earth. It is the Dead Sea.
To reach the top of the world, one needs to be an expert mountaineer willing to risk one's life and able to muster almost superhuman strength. To reach the lowest place on Earth, however, one only needs to be ready to enjoy sunshine, good weather, and floating in the salty waters of the Dead Sea. Each year, tens of thousands of visitors from all over the world come to the Dead Sea to see one of the most unique tourist attractions in Israel. They come not only to experience firsthand the wonders of floating in the sea, but also to benefit from its internationally recognized healing powers. Scientists and medical experts agree that the high atmospheric pressure at the location, combined with the wealth of minerals located in the sea's saltwater and mud, give the Dead Sea unrivaled healing powers. In fact, the Dead Sea's water, weather, and mud can improve the health and beauty of the skin and treat problems such as psoriasis, arthritis, poor circulation, rheumatism, and muscle aches. The healing powers of the Dead Sea have been known for over 2,000 years. Even Cleopatra herself, the last of the pharaohs of Egypt, used the muds from the Dead Sea to enhance her beauty and renew her skin. Nowadays, during vacation time, travelers from around the world come to the Dead Sea to enjoy the heat, take a dip in the calm waters, and relax in the mud baths of the many hotels and spas that make the location world famous.
We're here at the Dead Sea, and I cannot swim. You can only float. No matter what you do, there is floating going on. So you can be like Superman if you want, or you can be like a big lazy bum and just float wherever you want to go. But you cannot swim.
It almost feels like you're swimming through mud.
Crazy, huh?
Very.
The importance of water. Water is the most precious resource of North Africa and Southwest Asia. The region is so dry that people rely on irrigation and desalination for a source of water. This graph tells you how much water is used based on the amount of water the country has. 100% means the country uses all of its water naturally available to the country annually. So 5,980% is roughly 60 times more than what they actually have.
Desalination is the process of taking salt water and making fresh water. It is an expensive and high-tech process and would only be valuable if water was scarce. Sahara Desert. It's the world's largest desert. It prevented cultural diffusion from taking place between the northern and southern parts of Africa. The area of semi-arid climate that is along the southern edge of the Sahara is called the Sahel.
Mountains. Desert and mountains cover most of this region. Three major mountain ranges are Zagros, Atlas, and Taurus.
The Fertile Crescent. Ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia existed between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in present-day Iraq. The most important farming region of the Arab world is called the Fertile Crescent.
Wadis. Dry riverbeds that fill with water after rainfall.
And I understand, Chase, that you flew in last night. You didn't get here till 3 in the morning, and you haven't slept a wink, huh?
No, I'm pretty much have coffee flowing through my veins right now.
Do you really?
Yeah.
But as a college student, I'm
Nah,
thinking maybe that's not so rare.
Yeah, I'm up pretty late, mostly. I'm kind of insomniac, I guess.
Okay, but you know where you are.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
All right, good, good.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're feeling good and you know the rules and the lifelines and you're ready to play, we're going to play. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, then let's play. For $100, Chase, homeowners buy surge protectors to protect their possessions from unexpected surges of what? Electric current, water flow, air pressure, buyer's remorse.
I will say B, water flow, final answer. Wait.
Oh, Chase Fields, electric current. Oh, Chase, I'm so sorry. Oh, darn. Sorry, the president needs to
Step. Semi-arid grasslands.
حبيبي تراني متيم أسير أعد الليالي وفكري معاك حبيبي متيم أسير أعد الليالي وفكري معاك إيه جبرني ودادك لعينك أقول أحبك وودك.
An oasis is fresh water at the surface of a desert.
وأموت بهواك جبرني ودادك لعينك أقول أحبك وودك وأموت بهواك أحبك وودك وأموت بهواك هلا 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 قلبي عشانك تحمل جفاك هلا هلا هلا.
SWANA is known as the birthplace of three religions. These religions include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. All three of them are monotheistic, which means they only believe in one God. The major religion of SWANA is Islam.
أحبك وودك وأموت بهواك قلبي عشانك تحمل جد.
Arabic. One of the unifying features of this region is that Arabic is the spoken language in most countries. This is the Saudi Arabian flag. It reads, "There is no other God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger." The significance of this is that the United States tries to have a separation of church and state, whereas in the Arabic countries, Islam is closely connected to the state.
مرحبا، كيف حالكم? In this video, I will show you the main greetings and exclamations in the Arabic language. Hopefully, this video helps some people to get through the language. Hello, مرحبا, مرحبا. This one is used in the countries of North Africa, like Algeria and Morocco, excluding Egypt, because in Egypt we use hi or Assalamu alaikum. Hala, this one is used in the Gulf countries. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. This one is Islamic greeting, and by the way, it's the most common one besides hi.
Language and culture. The area of North Africa and Southwest Asia is often referred to as the Middle East. 2 of every 3 people in this region speak Arabic as their native tongue.
يا غالية ما يصير كل اللي نفسه مقاس الله خلقني فقير واشرب من.
These are the 3 non-Arab states: Iran, Turkey, and Israel.
يا غالية ما يصير كل اللي نفسه مقاس الله خلقني فقير واشرب من الهم كاس. يا غالية ما يصير كل اللي نفسه مقاس الله خلقني فقير واشرب من الهم كاس.
regional conflict and political unrest affect tourism in the region?
شخص غني وابن ناس يسكن بقصر كبير مبني بجوهر وما واهل تتمنى وامير يسكن بقصر كبير مبني بجوهر.
The city lives on the edge of instability. There are checkpoints on every road in and out of Arab areas outside Jerusalem. Cars are stopped, checked. Every Palestinian has to have the correct papers or they will not be allowed into the city. For Shireen to pray at the Dome of the Rock, she has to pass through 2 separate Israeli checkpoints.
If you have someone who hasn't permission, who hasn't ID, or someone who forget his ID, someone forgot is in big trouble, in real trouble, just because he forgot it. This become like, I hate the ID. I hate to show it. I hate the colors of the IDs. I'm not fundamentalist. I'm just the one who tried to live in peace and with my dignity. That's all.
هذا مرته؟ لا هذه تشتغل معنا مش مرة. ها؟ لا لا. أنا مع السلامة.
I can't understand someone treat me, humiliate me, or humiliate anyone I know. We just have 4 or 5 bumper suicide, and we all punished.
Suicide bombings are the latest escalation in Palestinian terrorism. They have claimed more than 100 lives in Jerusalem in the course of a single year. Horrific and almost impossible to defend against, they only perpetuate an atmosphere of violence and terror. In the Talmud, it is written that God created 10 parts of beauty. 9 were bestowed on Jerusalem, and only 1 to the rest of the world. But it is also said that God then created 10 parts of pain, and God also bestowed 9 of these on Jerusalem. The gates of the Haram al-Sharif swing shut. The doors of the Holy Sepulchre are locked for the night.
Economic characteristics. Only 5 to 10% of the Arab world is arable. People in this region rely heavily on the primary level of economic activity such as oil drilling, agriculture, and pastoralism.
This is where we get our oil.
أنا فراشي حصير بيتي هموم.
Although vast oil reserves exist in this region, most of the countries are not members of OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries.
The members of OPEC are Algeria, Iran, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Iraq, Libya, Qatar, Venezuela, and the United Arab Emirates.
Similarities between North Africa and Southwest Asia. The topography and climate, the ethnic group, the major religion, the major occupation, and the main natural resource.
Patterns of settlement. This is a region of rapid urbanization.
ما حسنا بتدير لولي على راس مات الهوى بصغير وامسى ترابه يداس يا ما تحدى المصير لكن حظه خدا به خودش اجازت میگیرم میرم بازار کویتی هر چی بخوای میگیرم آقا میاد از دبی برات رولکس میاره همون برات از جرمنی یه مرسدس میاره یه مرسدس میاره
Modern cities, traditional lifestyle, and rural. Modernization is centered in urban areas while traditional life continues in rural areas. Villages lie along the rivers in the coastal areas.
Population density and distribution. Populations are unevenly distributed.
Cities, centers of religion, trade, and government. Two major institutions are the mosques, place of worship, and the bazaars, shopping district. A little over half the population live in urban areas.
The Burj Dubai, the tallest building in the world. Exactly how tall is a closely guarded secret, but the skyscraper is known to soar to at least 800 meters, overshadowing the next tallest building, Taipei 101 in Taiwan, which measures a mere 509 meters. Work has been going non-stop since 2004. The concrete, steel and glass structure boasts 160 floors, 49 reserved for office space, 57 lifts, 1,000 apartments and a luxury hotel. And this is the man behind the project, Dubai ruler Sheikh Mohammed. The Burj Dubai will be officially inaugurated on Monday on the 4th anniversary of his accession to the throne. Some believe the skyscraper will be the last of Dubai's giant architectural projects. The Gulf state is laden with debt, estimated at up to $100 billion, largely from overreaching itself in the property market.
اوكي يلا ليتس جو هات جامب نسوي يلا اوكي شباب يلا مع السلامه
Donc là, tu es en vertical pur.
Vertical pur. Voilà, c'est un endroit spécifique. Ça s'appelle. You're still looking at us like we're crazy.
شكر وتقدير لسيدي صاحب السمو الشيخ حمدان بن محمد بن راشد آل مكتوم. شكرا للتيم مالنا و I hope nice job.
راح برو الستريمر شوف الستريمر وخبرني تمام. 3 2 1 jump.
Nomads wander the desert and the mountainous regions. They're called Bedouins, and their main occupation is pastoralism.
Villages. Traditional life still continues in villages. They are along the rivers and the coastal areas.
Dome of the Rock, Jerusalem, Israel. It is a Muslim monument that is believed to be where Muhammad ascended into heaven. The Western Wall, also in Jerusalem, Israel. It's a Jewish monument that is part of the Old Temple of Solomon. Church of the Holy Sepulchre is also in Jerusalem, Israel. It's a Christian monument, place believed to be where Jesus was crucified.
God's presence is believed to have escaped the temple's destruction and to live on in this place. For Baruch Kaplan, these stones lie at the very center of his faith.
For me personally, I can touch my relationship with God to the extent that I can touch these stones, because these stones have been standing here listening to the prayers of mankind, most particularly Jews, for thousands of years.
Packed between the stones of the wall are countless messages and prayers. The city has appointed a special mailman to deal with the thousands of letters that arrive each week in Jerusalem, addressed to God.
People from all over the world write to us in about 90 languages. Usually people have different questions to God and they ask for help. What I do is to take those wishes, those letters, to the Wailing Wall.
Directly above the Western Wall stands a magnificent Islamic shrine. The Dome of the Rock was completed in the year 691, when Jerusalem was ruled by the Muslims. Within its walls can still be found the bare pinnacle of the mountain. Central to the faith of Muslims and Jews, it is believed that here, on this rock, Abraham offered his son as a sacrifice to God. This shrine was built in his honor. The Jews call this rock Evan Hestia, the stone of foundation. They believe that this is the point from which the world was created, and that it lay at the very heart of their temple. This rock also lies at the heart of the Islamic faith, where it is known as El Sakra. According to the Quran, the Prophet Muhammad was brought here one night on a winged horse. He climbed onto the rock and ascended to heaven, where he conversed with the 10 great prophets of Islam and Allah himself. He then returned to earth, remounted his horse, and flew back to Mecca, all before daybreak.
This is a miracle. This is a miracle. This is for me something over logic.
Shireen Al-Araj is a devout Muslim born in Jerusalem. She has been coming to the Dome of the Rock since childhood.
I like the feeling that everybody's coming here, like all the Muslims from all over. We have the same feeling. We share the same thing. I mean, everybody's praying, everybody's thinking, everybody's charging himself, everybody's cheering up. If you go around, you'll find a lot of people crying. You will find a lot of people feeling this spiritual place, and this is the place where nobody can get them out.
Kaaba is in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. It is Muslim and the focal point of Islam.
Hagia Sophia is in Istanbul, Turkey. It is Muslim. It is a converted Orthodox old church. The Great Pyramids were located in Cairo, Egypt. They were polytheistic and very old.
Jerusalem is an important city for Muslims, but Mecca is perhaps the most important religious site for their religion. Each year, millions of Muslims from around the world come to Mecca on a pilgrimage called the Hajj.
The Middle Eastern kingdom of Saudi Arabia
lies between the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf. The country is more than 1/5 the size of the United States, and it is bordered by Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, and Yemen. Most of this country is a harsh desert where extreme heat during the day can turn into freezing cold at night. But each year, millions of Muslims travel to this country in order to complete a special task called the Hajj. The Hajj is a 3-day journey or pilgrimage to the city of Mecca, the holiest city in the Islamic religion. The Prophet Muhammad founded Islam in AD 622 and taught that people should visit Mecca at least once in their lives. Today, men and women from Asia, Africa, Europe, and even the United States travel to Mecca each year in order to walk around an ancient symbol of their faith called the Black Stone. In the Islamic tradition, the stone was given to the first human being by God after the creation of the world. Muslims on the Hajj must circle the shrine where this black stone is kept 7 times. This shrine is called the Kaaba. The first part of the Hajj begins at the Al-Haram Mosque in Mecca. Once inside, the pilgrims take time to pray before going outside to circle the black stone. When the pilgrims are close enough to the black stone, they can either kiss it or reach out and touch it with their fingers. After the pilgrims have had the chance to touch the black stone, they must kneel to pray in the direction of the Kaaba. Many pilgrims find time to sacrifice an animal while on the Hajj. This sacrifice helps them remember how the biblical hero Abraham made sacrifices to God for his religion. During the Hajj, pilgrims also take a traditional stand against evil by throwing stones at 3 pillars in the city of Mina. The pillars symbolize evil, and by throwing stones at them, each pilgrim is able to fight against evil in the world. The Hajj is a journey that Muslims take because of their faith. It is both a form of worship and a way to come together as members of a common religion.
It is very important for devout Muslims to attempt to make the pilgrimage to Mecca at least once during their lifetime, no matter where they live. Here they perform certain prescribed rituals, such as wearing the pilgrim's white seamless garment, which symbolizes the equality of all Muslims. While in Mecca, there is no visible difference between Muslims from different nations or from different social or economic groups. Their common religious purpose dissolves any distinctions between them. They relate to each other as equals, all seekers of God.
You feel, you're one of this whole world, the world full of people there. There may be kings, there may be professors, there are doctors, engineers, and ordinary people, they are uneducated, illiterate. And they all have one purpose there, to stand in front of God as one-to-one, one-to-one. There's nobody in between you and your God.
The Kaaba, an ancient holy place, which Muhammad captured from Arab pagans and dedicated to Allah, is the holiest shrine of Islam. The Kaaba is draped in a sacred carpet, the Kiswa, which is renewed each year. Pilgrims walk 7 times around the Kaaba and kiss the black stone mounted in its corner as a sign of their devotion. For Muslims, there is no greater joy than to have completed the Hajj. This pilgrimage to Mecca is considered to be their life's most sacred duty. The 5 pillars of Islam give support to the lives of the followers of Islam and provide regular practices through which religion becomes part of daily life.
Bazaars. Bazaars are open-air markets where bartering is the method of exchange. Walled cities are prevalent in SWANA. Ancient cities built walls for protection against invaders.
Are you a Jedi or Sith?
The guy.